isn't much for fancy book learning.
You end up in the ER with an erection that doesn't go away.
Is this exciting television or what? Oh, yeah! Oh, baby! Oh, baby!
Reminding you that there's more to life than network television. This is Talk Soup. I'm John Henson. The Sphinx gets a makeover, Indonesian reforms are promised, and a dispute over the Fair Labor Standards Act. That's the news. Now let's take a look at your local weather.
Boise, 62. Cincinnati, 55. Flagstaff, 63. Mobile, 71 and hazy. Reno, 67. Sioux Falls, 59. Barometric pressure rising. Humidity at 50%. Back to you, John.
Coming up on today's newsworthy show, Conan plays with Viagra, Jose Diaz-Balart rides the Vomit Comet, and Butch, you may now kiss the brides. Oh, yeah, baby! Yeah. Three-way marriage valid in Utah only. Sorry, Tennessee. Moving on. Women oftentimes find it difficult to tell a man exactly what they want in bed. After all, it can be embarrassing asking for that. I mean, it's not like we men wouldn't do it if we knew you wanted it. You just got to tell us you're into that kind of thing. 27-year-old Jo admitted that she wanted it and asked the gang at Loveline how she could get more of it.
And one evening, while watching TV, he proceeded to peel off my socks and shoes and started licking and sucking on my toes. I ended up having the most intense orgasm I've ever had.
Just from the toe sucking?
Well, there was a little bit of other manipulation, too, but it was definitely the feet, yes. Well, now I'm dating a new guy, and I have this desire to take off my shoes and stick my feet in his face. My question to you would be, should I let him find out about my fetish all on his own, or should I just go for it?
This isn't a thing people generally go to right off the top.
So if she really wants him to go there, she's got to give him some cues.
Yeah, I think heavy cues, like feet in face kind of thing.
Adam, would you take that cue?
She'd have to, like, get me on the trail, like dip her feet in beer, or some sort of, like, a tempura batter, something like that. I wouldn't naturally go to the feet.
Even if the feet were presented to you?
Yeah, I don't know how they would be free, like she learned to walk on her hands or something. I mean,
one theory states that foot preferences stem from love for the mother, since when you're a baby, eye level means looking at your mom's feet. I tend to disagree. Prepare ye hearts for the return of the Zappa brothers. They'll be on Monday's Loveline to disrupt whatever Drew and Adam had planned. They're spontaneous and goofy, those two. If the three strikes law applied to marriage, Ron would be out of there. Ron and Virginia have been married for 3 years, and already he's admitted to 4, count 'em, 4 affairs. You do the math. Sally wanted to know why, when, where, and with whom. Ron, we're listening.
When did you have your first affair?
I had my first affair about 2 weeks after we were married.
Okay, you get bored, you get kind of bored very easily, or you need excitement. What was the first one?
The first one was, I was working for a telemarketing company. Me and my wife were having some problems at home. Met this girl.
2 weeks after your marriage, you're having problems at home?
Well, we've been together for a few years prior to that.
Okay.
But I had some problems at home, couldn't deal with them, turned to someone else for comfort.
Second affair?
The second affair, I was working at, and same thing, little problem popped up. I met this girl beforehand. We knew each other well ahead of hand. And both of us were having problems, and we turned to each other.
Second affair. Third affair?
Third affair, that one was at a place back where we live.
He brought this one into the house and told me that she was gay. And that she's having all kinds of problems at home, and she needs a place to come over and hang out.
Okay. Fourth affair?
Fourth affair happened at it. I was working.
Man, you've had as many jobs as you've had affairs.
Yeah. Good at it, too.
Ron said that he came to the Sally Show to admit what he's done and apologize. Plus, he heard there were a lot of hot chicks on Sally's staff, huh? Huh? Yeah, baby, get some! Monday on Sally, guests lament their decisions to turn in law-breaking family members. One man will come face-to-face with a brother he turned in for murder 23 years ago. In Ariana Huffington's book, Greetings from the Lincoln Bedroom, she skewers conservatives and liberals alike. Mostly, though, she sticks to frying the dirty pinkos. They've been having the worst year since Chappaquiddick. Dennis Miller offered a penny for Ariana's political thoughts and was surprised when they came back shockingly impure.
The greatest public relations disaster Republicans had this year was Bob Dole admitting that he was on Viagra.
Right.
I mean, it just confirms all your sort of the liberal caricatures that Republican leaders can't get it up on their own. and on top of it, I mean, I'm sorry, but
tonight, Ariana, aren't we?
on top of it, I mean, why couldn't he be on Viagra 2 years ago? When he, 1996, when he could have really screwed Clinton. I mean, why now?
I ain't much for fancy book learning.
Ariana feels that these days politicians spend too much time looking at approval ratings and polls. Though when you're on Viagra, you can't help but spend a lot of time staring at polls. Try to stay with me here. Next week, Dennis welcomes the South Park guys, Matt Stone and Trey Parker. The photo you're seeing is of Trey Parker. We did not have one of Matt Stone. We realize this is hack and unprofessional, but please, deal.
You see that cartoon?
Yeah. Humor is my weapon, and I am cocked and ready. Oh, yeah. Later, a three-way wedding will shake you to the very core, and we'll take you on a tour of Spamland, USA. But first, is there always room for haggis?
Going with a wrist slash with a twist. Notice the little body English. Notice the body English on the fork. With Sean going with the old tried and true. Let's see. Coming down to, is this exciting television or what?
Hi, I'm Gina St. John with a look at what's coming up on E! News Daily, the shocking death of Phil Hartman, the latest details on his bizarre death, plus the truth about the X-Files movie, how far undercover will Scully and Mulder go, and the Playboy Playmate of the Year. We'll tell you who she is and how she sculpts her, I'm only reading it, folks, babelicious bod. For these stories and more, join us in about an hour on E! News Daily, now at 7 p.m. Eastern and Pacific, only on E!
Welcome to Taco Bell. Can I take your order?
Let's see. 1,000 burrito supremes, 700 Mexican pizzas, and what of those new gorditas? Hey, Godzilla, want something to drink?
Godzilla's at Taco Bell on 4 collector cups. And now you can put them in a cool Godzilla cup holder. Get them while supplies last.
On June 19th, feel the courage.
Father, you can't go.
Feel the glory. Feel the power of love.
I've missed you so.
Walt Disney Pictures presents an epic motion picture event.
The flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all.
Mulan, rated G, coming to theaters June 19th.
Most of these children are about to be put in a dangerous position. It's estimated that 4 out of 5 kids are buckled up in the car incorrectly. Crashes kill more than 1,000 children every year who are completely unbuckled. Make sure children 12 years and younger are secured snugly and properly in the back. For more on how to keep them safe, read this book. It's free from Shell. Count on Shell.
Some decisions are harder than others. The Chrysler Sebring LXI Coupe or the Sebring Limited Convertible. For the passionate side, fully independent suspension, speed-sensitive steering, multi-valve V6, and a luxurious leather-trimmed interior. The practical side, select customers get $1,500 cash back on the Sebring Coupe and $500 cash back on low lease rates on the Sebring Convertible. Some decisions are easier than others. Now, select customers save a total of $500 to $1,500 on Chrysler Sebring Coupe and Sebring Convertible.
Forever Tango. The Daily News calls it an evening of sheer pleasure. Call Ticketmaster at 212-307-4100 and see what the New York Times calls a must-see.
Hi there. I'm John Henson. Montel's jumping on the Viagra bandwagon. The other day, he welcomed a gaggle of Viagra patients, supporters, and detractors for a discussion of its meteoric rise. The drug's meteoric rise, I mean. Here are Doctors Arthur Burnett and Jennifer Berman, physicians with info that you'll find both educational and titillational.
A young man asked in the audience, and he said, well, you know, what if you had no problems at all, you know? Can you pop the pill and like bingo bango, you know, you're good to go. I'm paraphrasing, but, you know, just maybe it will just enhance.
Well, certainly that's an issue that's come up, and the clinical trials that have been conducted in men up to this time have been in men who have had clinically verified erectile dysfunction. Whether it will really enhance other populations remains to be studied.
But I would wonder that since it's only been tested on a certain population, and right now I guess it's been men and women over the age of 30, people under the age of 30, I wouldn't suggest that you go messing around because over time...
It's indicated, absolutely. And they would be at increased risk for having priapism, which is a sustained it's actually a urologic emergency. Then you end up in the ER with an erection that doesn't go away.
That the doctor has to surgically release.
Right. You don't want that.
You don't want that at all.
An erection that a doctor has to surgically release. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, and I'm pretty sure it's the word release, isn't it? Yeah. I don't want anything on me released. Coming up, Montel interviews New York Governor George Pataki. He'll discuss his new autobiography, Pataki, Where I Come From. When Face the Nation meets Nowton, Get Out of My Way, Monday.
Pataki.
Pataki. Don't touch that paint, it's still Pataki. It doesn't have to make sense. Sweeps Week is come and gone, but the memories remain. Conan was feeling a tad guilty about the cheap stunts he had used to spike ratings. So guilty that he ran one of those segments again.
Now, one rule that never changes during sweeps, and believe me, I know this because I've been in TV as long as you do.
Yeah.
We're real old pros. Yeah. One rule that never changes during sweeps is that sex sells. And we had a number of sex-orientated themes on our show, but none scored higher than the night we had a couple of hot babes slam dunk giant pills of Viagra. Take a look at these highlights.
Billy Crystal hangs with Conan next Monday. His movie, My Giant, launched the acting career of NBA beanpole George Murison.
That guy's tall.
Yeah, he's no minute pole, but who is? It took Barry Noble 1 minute and 24 seconds to become the Haggis eating champion of the world. It also took a cast iron stomach and an appreciation for sheep innards. Well, why don't we let Barry tell you himself? Here he is in The Tonight Show.
Now tell us exactly what is haggis. We have some here. This is the most disgusting looking food I have ever... Now what is it exactly?
Well, you've got some heart,
You've got hearts?
some lung and some kidneys.
Hearts, lungs, and kidneys.
And some oatmeal.
From what animal?
Sheep.
Oh, it's only sheep.
Oh, yes, sheep.
Oh,
And now for the money shot, we go to Barry and his nephew Sean squaring off in the Haggis death ring.
It's coming down to the wire now. Looks like no record will be broken here tonight. But each man... Oh, look, Noble picking up speed. Going with a wrist slash with a twist. Notice the little body English. Notice the body English on the fork. With Sean going with the old tried and true. Let's see. Coming down to, is this exciting television or what? Remember, this is the only thing. This is the only thing on NBC right now, ladies and gentlemen. Look at these two men. Uh-oh, it looks good. My God.
Congratulations, Barry, but why so much haggis? Hey, look, there's Maria Patillo, star of the super huge film Godzilla. Check it out.
Oh, Godzilla?
Yeah. The haggis gods are smiling down on this episode of Talk Soup. They've given us a marriage made in bigamy heaven. That's coming up later. Plus, Jose Diaz-Balart tests his skills in a zero-gravity aircraft. See if he spews after the break.
Today's journalism is increasingly trivial, misinformed, and obsessed with scandal.
And we're leading the way.
The news you want.
Our top story tonight, Kenny G blows.
The reporters you trust.
And besides getting cancer from smoking, apparently, you can get pregnant.
And the anchor you deserve.
And one final note, Linda Tripp is a man, baby!
The Daily Show. If you don't get Comedy Central, call your local cable company or satellite provider.
Why does Walgreens offer 1-hour photo service? Because kids grow up fast. Get 24 prints for just $6.99 every day at Walgreens 1-hour Photo Labs.
On June 12th.
Are these really necessary?
Only if we crash. Harrison Ford.
Mayday, mayday.
Hits the beach.
What are we, like shipwrecked?
But this trip to paradise.
We got company.
Is no vacation. I just want one thing to go right. From director Ivan Reitman comes the ultimate summer escape.
1, 2.
I can't! 6 days, 7 nights. Rated PG-13. Escape June 12th.
Find out how these modern bunnies have fun and get what they want. Playmates of the 90s, this Sunday at 7 Eastern and Pacific.
Now you can lose weight and keep it off without pills, shakes, or complicated diets. And without hunger. Introducing the Natural Slim Patch Diet Program.
I've lost 35 pounds in only 9 weeks.
It's less of a hassle than any other program I've ever been on.
I lost 41 pounds on this diet. I lost 2 dress sizes in 2 months. I've lost 11 pounds, and with no side effects.
This is one time you can win if you lose.
For more information about the Natural Slim Patch Diet Program and the lifestyle support systems for sleep and stress, call this toll-free number right now.
A place of honor for the legends of the game, the World Golf Hall of Fame. This May, the Golf Channel celebrates the game and the people who make it great with Hall of Fame Month. Only one network will present exclusive programs in association with the opening of the World Golf Hall of Fame, the Golf Channel.
This is Talk Soup, a show we put together with pipe cleaner and glue. I'm John Henson. It's time for a ride on the Vomit Comet with Jose Diaz-Balart. This CBS This Morning host hopped aboard NASA's KC-135 aircraft for a zero-gravity joyride. And boy, was it cool. Yeah, he was floating around and you know, you just float around and stuff. And then also, there were some Texas high school students who, for some reason, wanted to use the aircraft for serious science experiments.
Did he let them?
I guess. Duh. But since the effect of zero gravity on humans tends to make them hurl, the trip turned out to be fun for all involved.
Finally, we're airborne. And remembering my classwork, I take my first turn at zero gravity gingerly. While the students work on the magnetic experiment and another involving blood pressure and other vital signs, I initiate my own serious journalistic experiments on cross-cabin spins, walking on the ceiling, throwing in space, and of course, catching in space. Inevitably, the Vomit Comet claimed several new victims, but those of us remaining attempt to perfect our techniques in weightless dancing, I definitely need work on this floating and chewing gum thing at the same time. After all that exertion, we quench our thirst. Well, we try to with a little refreshment. One tip for you when you get your turn on this plane, don't forget zero-G only lasts a short time. As for my time up in the air, well, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
With a plane like that, who needs Viagra? Chiron! Well, you know, what do you want? We're all making 40 bucks a day over here. Monday on CBS This Morning, sit back and let the mellifluous sounds of Brian McKnight wash right over you. His latest song, You Should Be Mine, was produced by Puff Daddy, the George Martin in the 90s.
I think we went to the well once too many times.
We screwed the pooch, as my dad would say.
Well, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, poor Dad. The Smithsonian, the Louvre, the Spam Museum. One of these things is not like the other. Can you guess which one? That's right, the Louvre is in France, while the other two are in the good old US of A. The Smithsonian has its home in Washington, D.C., while the Spam Museum sits in tiny Austin, Minnesota. Primetime Country hopped a Northwest Airlines flight to Spam Town, USA, where the Hormel Corporation pumps out 3.6 cans a second. For more on the mystery meat, I present the museum's curators, Paulette and Mary.
Today, Hormel Foods is best known for its products Dinty Beef Stew, Hormel Chili, Cure 81 Hams, and of course, Spam.
Another interesting display at the First Century Museum is the one about Cy Thompson. Because Cy was very intelligent and a promising employee, George Hormel sent him to business school. Cy Thompson became assistant comptroller of Hormel Foods Corporation and repaid George for the schooling by embezzling $1,187,000. That wasn't very nice.
Did you know that in 1994, Hormel Foods produced its 5 billionth can of Spam? Hormel Foods produces 3.6 cans of Spam per second. The top 5 consuming states for Spam are Hawaii, Alaska, Texas, Alabama, and Arkansas. Outside the United States, South Korea is the largest consumer of Spam, followed closely by the United Kingdom.
We sell lots of Spam stuff. The most commonly asked question is, what is Spam?
Pork shoulder and ham, sugar, salt, water, and sodium nitrate.
But our most popular item is a Spam t-shirt.
The people of Spam Town say that SPAM stands for Special People, Austin, Minnesota. Yes, very special people. Monday, Susie Haggis takes time out from her U.S. tour to sing for the Primetime Country audience. With a name like Haggis, it's gonna be hard to get people to take you seriously. Our soup of the day comes with 3 spoons. Introducing Butch and his 2 lovely brides. Because who needs a stag party when you're marrying into a 3-way?
Melinda, love you both very much. Melinda, I want you to be part of our family. Remember us?
Yes, I will.
Next, E solves another case of dress distress with Fashion Emergency.
I'm here at Frederick's Pocai in Beverly Hills, and I have my own hair dilemma.
It's a hair scare for one of E's own. But what's the solution? A touch of color, a little off the ends, or a drastic difference? Whatever happens, it's only the best for our Brenda. So if the shoe fits, the jewels sparkle, and the bag works, then wear it. E's Fashion Emergency, coming up next, only on E.
Godzilla's hiding, and it's up to you to find him. Just buy a gordita or a medium or larger drink. If you find Godzilla, use your secret decoder to reveal what you've won out of millions of prizes. You could win $1 million.
Uh-oh. I think I need a bigger box.
Daddy, may I have this dance?
We guarantee you'll love the softness of Timber Creek pants. We guarantee you'll love the comfort. We can't guarantee she'll be 7 forever. Timber Creek, you'll love these pants. Guaranteed. If you don't love your Timber Creek pants after 90 days, Wrangler will give you your money back.
Yo, look.
He's got a box of Frosted Flakes.
I thought kids eat that stuff, man.
Nah, man. Look, maybe he just like frosting. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe he still likes it. Don't eat the tiger. They're great.
Shut up, man. Look at him shaking his head. He's totally clueless.
No, actually, I've just been agreeing with you.
That was him, y'all. Man, what I mean, man? Why you lying, man? Don't lie to the brother.
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal, part of this complete breakfast.
No, I don't need vinyl siding. This is an apartment. I can't get away from these salesmen.
I'm Jim.
Hi, Jim. This is for you. Hello. Make sure you deal with a pro, like your GMC dealer. It's closer than you think. Here, let's take a look.
Ready for the genuine article? Then come down to your GMC dealer and get 1.9% APR GMAC financing on a GMC Jimmy. So get a real deal. Come on in to see a GMC dealer near you.
Oh, no, don't get it.
Nothing on? What are you gonna rent?
Mandalay Entertainment is proud to present Brad Pitt in the epic story of one man's remarkable journey. In Tibet.
Rent it now.
Check out the chat on TalkSoup. Ask John about life and love, play concentration, or visit the photo gallery. Just type www.eonline.com or AOL keyword E. You want it? E's got it. Call 1-800-678-1717 to order TalkSoup merchandise now. We've got 100% cotton t-shirts and sweatshirts, including the one-of-a-kind TalkSoup in Tahiti design. Plus, don't miss out on our custom oversized TalkSoup mug. And now, you too can be a fashion plate right down to your TalkSoup boxer shorts. So call toll-free 24 hours a day, 1-800-678-1717. Make that call, order now, and get all decked out with E.
High school boy, you sure have red eyes. That extreme close-up tonight made me think maybe you get high. High school boy.
Butch and Karen have been married for 9 years. Butch's real name is Nathan. Ignore that, just call him Butch. Anyway, Karen has been getting bored in her marriage to Butch, so she asked him if they could spice things up. The result? A three-way wedding in front of God, Jerry Springer, and a bunch of angry family members.
Karen, Melinda, love you both very much. Melinda, I want you to be part of our family.
Well,
Remember?
yes, I will.
Put it on right there. There we go.
I love you.
Okay.
Butch, Karen, I love you both. I want to be with you guys forever. Will you marry me?
Yes.
Love you. Nathan, I'll never leave you. I don't care what my family says. We'll be together forever. And so will Melinda. As long as she wants to be with us, we'll always be together. I love you both.
Well, it doesn't look like everyone approves, huh? Check this out. Oh, I'm gonna go home and get my nail gun. Look at that guy, man. He is firing up the wood chipper. Monday, Jerry's buxom female guests drop bombs on their clueless lovers. Alexa will tell her fiancé that she has a secret female lover. The dude will be pissed, the lover will come out, there'll be a big brawl. It'll be great, trust me. Tomorrow on our weekend wind down, can a transy find love with another woman? In fact, can a transy get through the actual ceremony?
Loving what I know of you. I love what I know of you. Trusting what I don't yet know. I trust you, not knowing everything.
Whatever, you got the idea right. Well, the clock is about to run out, and so am I. Again, thanks for watching, and be sure to catch the Viewmaster version when it comes out this summer. Bye now.